New on Curiosity Stream. Can we prevent cancer? Explore how our diets, lifestyle, environments, and even technology can possibly prevent this deadly disease on how not to get cancer. And the Boston Marathon. From glory to tragedy to rebirth, the long-distance race by which all others are measured. Narrated by Matt Damon, it's the trailblazing documentary Boston. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Getting closer and closer to Live Day, baby. Our show, The Men's Room, completely live next Tuesday. Woo! Presented by The Advocates. It's Live Day. And that means everything is live. The sound effects, the commercials, the music. Nothing is pre-recorded. It is the ultimate radio high-wire act, and we have to do it COVID style, which means usually we're all in the same room for the most part. Not this year. We're all going to be socially distant. Oh, man, I don't know how we're going to... I don't know.
From the big voice guy to the sound effect Foley artist to the band. Everyone's in different spots, and not even in Washington State. Like, some are in different towns.
Well, it's 2020. What else could possibly go wrong, right? I'm sure they'll be fine.
And also, we're going to flex our thespian skills as you and the Rev are going to recreate a romantic moment between Harry and Sally.
Yes!
From the film When Harry Met Sally. But you're going to be playing the role of Miss Piggy, and the Rev is going to be Kermit.
I know, Niebuhr. When Kermit met Piggy.
Yeah, this highbrow entertainment on Live Day.
That's right.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
BJ's not.
No, not at all. And also, we got the live podcast audience. We are doing the Zoom room, which means, yes, you are going to get your backstage passes, if you will, be part of that halftime show. Limited spots for the halftime show. So if you want to hang out with us, you want to hang out with the men's room, each show has got a limited amount of spots, and get your tickets because they're going to go, and it's for a great cause, too, as part of those ticket proceeds going towards Coats for Kids with the Washington State Council of Firefighters and Operation Warm. So Live Day is going to be awesome. It's next Tuesday. You want all the information, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to be Migs, and it's Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
Looking around the room, and everybody's stepping up.
Doing the Kraken check. Yeah, well,
check.
You know what, buddy? I'm glad you think you're the guy we got to check on lately, since Mr. Move guy.
Dropped the ball once.
Yeah, exactly.
I just forgot what day it was.
That's what
which is kind of easy to do, to be perfectly honest with you.
I had a hat, so I still was rocking a Kraken.
I know
gear.
I have a beanie that I keep in my car just in case I forget either my hoodie or my T-shirt.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. Right. Yep. It's the emergency Kraken there. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Ryan in Mount Vernon. Ryan, are you there?
Yeah.
Excellent.
In case of emergency, crack glass.
I like that.
No,
I like it.
Okay, good.
I don't. I don't.
All right, well, then.
No one asked you.
Oh, really?
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Take your cracked glass with you.
Yeah.
Get out.
For those playing at home, Ryan will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ryan, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Beginning with L, what is the real first name of baseball player Yogi Berra?
Larry.
Yeah. What is the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet?
Pass.
Daniel Stern and what other actor played the burglars in Home Alone?
Joe Pesci.
Yes. When did the War of 1812 actually begin?
1820.
No.
Pass.
How many on-court officials are there in an NBA game?
3.
Yes. What year in the mid-'80s did the movie 16 Candles come out?
85, 86, 87.
No. The Rhine River runs through which European country?
Ireland?
No.
Scotland?
No.
Germany?
No. Yes. What is the Unabomber's real name?
Oh, man. Really? Pass.
How many sisters does Marge have in The Simpsons?
2.
Yes. What company makes the PlayStation console?
Sony.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. All right. Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Nope. Not too bad right there. Got a above average.
Yeah, I know his name. Yeah.
Hope the War of 1812 doesn't get him.
It might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope that's not the one that's deciding factor, because he's gonna kick himself.
Yeah. And
just right in the face.
It sounds like you might be annoyed by that question a little bit, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so places. How many places can you go with that, really?
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Are you ready?
I got a shout out.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's going to time out just right because I just heard my wife said they were off to go do some stuff. So there's a very good chance that the little tater tot is in the car right now. So, baby Tatum, I'm winning this game for you.
Oh!
Your father loves you.
Oh!
Wow. That's right.
So does everybody here. We all love Tatum.
That's right.
I know, but what a disappointment if he loses now. This is there's
Well, baby Tatum, get used to your father disappointing you. All right, starts today.
Oh, that's a proper response. I've always agreed with her when she said that. Yeah, she's right.
That's her saying release the Kraken.
Yep.
Yeah, she's saying a lot.
Release the Kraken.
There we go.
Beginning with L, what is the real first name of baseball player Yogi Berra?
Oh, Larry?
Yes.
Nice.
What is the fourth letter in the Greek alphabet?
Delta.
Yes. Daniel Stern and what other actor played the burglars
Joe
in
Pesci.
Home Alone? Yes. When did the War of 1812 actually begin?
1810.
No.
1811.
No.
1813.
No. How many on-court officials are there in an NBA game?
3.
Yes. What year in the mid-'80s did the movie 16 Candles come out?
84.
Yes. The Rhine River runs through which European country?
France?
No. Greece. France? No.
Italy.
No.
Damn it.
What is the
darn
Unabomber's
it.
real name?
Oh, boy. Ted Kaczynski.
Yes. How many sisters does Marge have in The Simpsons?
2.
Yes. What company makes the PlayStation console?
Sony.
Yes. And Steve, you win.
Yes.
8-6.
Oh, sorry about that, but Ryan, it was for good cause.
Yeah.
Baby Tatum's at least proud of her father now.
It's all good. We're now 1-1-1.
Damn it.
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
The next time, someone will maybe tie.
Would you like to rephrase that again?
Dang it.
Yeah. Get used to years and years of this, Baby Tatum.
Self-correcting?
Oh, years of winning.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, okay. This is just in from the mother. Mama says, Baby Tatum heard it.
Oh,
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. What did Baby Tatum have to say about the whole thing?
She said I did mediocre.
Oh, yeah. Mediocre.
Yeah.
You got yourself a win.
Yeah.
And she's kind of disappointed I didn't get a 10 for.
And she's
very demanding.
She may have learned a couple new words there.
Yeah, she did. Boy, if those are her first words, Papa's in trouble.
Oh boy, you know it.
I hope. The one of them you missed, the Rhine River. Actually, Ryan got correct. It runs through Germany.
Germany.
That probably would have been my next guess.
Yeah.
Because then I would have run out of European places.
Yeah. Hey, BJ, when did the War of 1812 actually begin?
I'm going to take a shot at 1812.
Yes.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. It was a trick question.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
I figured that would be the first guess for both of them, and neither of them did that.
Yeah, that shocked me
Son
as
of
well.
a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I know. Now you don't like those trick questions when they go against you.
I
Finally,
know.
your brain did what my brain does and overthink.
And my brain overthunk it to the point where I was like, guess like a year later than the actual date. Like,
I know.
1813?
Yeah.
All around it, danced
I feel
all
like
around
the first
it.
guess has got to be 1812, just to get that out of the way. Then you have decisions to make, like before or after.
Yeah, I should have just went 1812.
Well, maybe the next time I ask that question, you'll do that.
I will.
Congrats on your win.
That was fantastic. Oh man. Well, we get a study here that looked at the top things that we like to pretend to know more about than we really do. And, this happens whenever I meet people. I'm really trying to be better at that. And then I walk away from a conversation and go, why did I lie about that? Why did I try to make myself look better than I was?
Oh, okay.
I've done that so many times in my life, and it's just like, and more I feel like an idiot. It's like, just basically say you don't know.
And there's no harm in that. That's the funny part. Like, nobody's going to be like, it's no different than like when someone's like, have you seen this TV show or this movie? And sometimes people will be like, oh, yeah, because they don't want to be shamed for not seeing an iconic film. But I'm like, no, I haven't seen Top Gun.
Yeah.
And then, I get given a hard time, but it's like, what am I going to do? Like, lie and then pretend that I know all those scenes from the movie that I've never seen?
Is there anything you're like that in life about? I mean, you don't seem to care if people,
Not anymore.
know about your TV or movie watching habits. You don't care. You have no shame about that.
There was definitely a time where I was a little bit more concerned about what others thought it's stupid stuff. You know what I mean?
How about music? Do you feel like you can't look like a musical noob to somebody?
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, because I know you got great musical knowledge, and I think if I were you, I'd be like, the last thing I want to look like is I don't know something about music.
And on the flip side, this probably makes me sound like a guy that thinks I know everything about music, but like there are times where I almost like have to bite my tongue because I feel like I'm in a conversation where everyone's having a good, fun conversation about something, and I'm like, man, you guys do not know what you're talking about. Like you're talking about a certain artist, and you're so misinformed, and you're just bringing up stuff that's not even right. But I'm like, what's the point? Why do I want to be the Cliff Clavin? That's relate from the television show Cheers, where there's a know-it-all guy.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone else that could be that. Who's the new Cliff Clavin?
Yeah, he was the voice. He was one of the voices. What was he in Toy Story? John Ratzenberger. Who was he in Toy Story?
Ham?
Was he the?
Yeah, I think so.
I forget who he was, but he was one of the voices in Toy Story.
But his character was a know-it-all. Like he knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Sheldon?
Ted Mosby almost, because Ted is always the one that like to correct people. Actually, it's this.
Yeah, Sheldon's a good. Sheldon's good.
I mean,
it's a good one.
They're close. Both of them are close enough. Like they're know-it-alls, but for different reasons. Like he just knew everything about everything, and like he would just say it with such confidence.
Yeah,
I'm thinking comic book guy too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Actually,
he just hates everything.
Yeah. But they all got a little Cliff in them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, here's what we like to pretend more about than we really do. And the number one is music, Steve. So you're hearing a lot of people saying a lot of stuff about music that they really don't know what they're talking about.
Well, so they just got their facts a little bit wrong. And you're like, whatever. It's not like, at no point is anyone going to have their life is going to be at harm. It's not like their life is on the line because they don't know the proper history of like Led Zeppelin.
You're a better man than me. I've been given such bad advice over the years, and then people not taking accountability for it, because coming from where I come from, it's not just, hey, here's some information. You got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Then you go and do what they say, and it doesn't work out any way the way they said it was. Like they were completely wrong, and they go, what do you want from me? And it's like, what do I want from you? You just browbeat me into saying that this should be done, and then it turns out that's not even true.
my favorite are the people that do that, but they feel like they're an expert in what you do. So I had somebody once, she's just like, well, I know this person who works in radio, so now I know everything about radio. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And she was trying to spit off facts about our station, our sister stations. I'm like, that's actually not true. She's like, yes, it is. I'm like, but you're saying this station is no longer around, but I walk by it every day. I don't know how you're...
Yeah.
And so she immediately had to text somebody. She's like, oh, I guess you're right.
Oh, gosh.
They're reluctant.
And I'm just like, but she was such a bitch about it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know.
okay.
Sure. Tatum's listening. Come
Oh,
on.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Such a meanie about it.
At some point, the parents have to be responsible for what their children hear.
Yeah.
Well, now the shoe's
That's
on the other foot,
babe.
isn't it?
It's your fault.
Yeah. How many years were we going? What do you do with your kids? Shut it off.
Great. Now it's back to spirit, BJ. That's your fault.
All right. Well, listen, someone's got to listen. Why not? Why, give them something. Movies is the number. Yes, Danny.
I was gonna say for me, it used to be sports before I worked for.
That's
this
number
station.
4.
Yeah,
Sports. Yeah.
But like especially like back in radio in New Mexico, I was doing it, and they would like want me to do the sports report. I just didn't know anything about it. I didn't care.
I think that's awesome.
But I had to do it, and I was just like, oh, so the Lobos did this. And they're like, what does that mean? I don't know. But I started caring about it when I moved here, so for the Seahawks and the Sounders and stuff. And so now I actually kind of know, but I don't pretend to know things I don't know also. So
Yeah, there are times like I'm a big fan of watching the Seahawks, but I'm never going to be the guy that's going to be able to like help somebody like be a coach in football or like, you know, or knows all the ins and outs of the X's and O's. So sometimes my wife's like, why'd that happen? I look at her and go, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
And like, she's like, well, you watch this team all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Don't
even like that with
understand.
some stuff with hockey. Like I've been watching and playing hockey my entire life practically. And there are times where something happens. I'm like, you know, I'm just going to chalk that up to I could Google it or I could just sit here and just ignorance is bliss.
See, I was hoping that you would know all of this stuff so I could just ask you questions after we watch the Kraken play.
Oh, no, I mean, I could definitely help you way more with hockey rules and things along those lines and just the basic nuances of the sport as opposed to, you know, football. Or, I mean, football is like probably a distant second as far as my knowledge. But then, like, basketball, I don't know. There's 5 guys on the court. That's what I know on each team. That's about as good as it goes.
Yeah, I'm clueless to all that, and it's so funny when, you know, every once in a while I get it right. When Mitch, when we have Mitch on Mondays, and Mitch Levy, of course, knows a ton about sports, and he'll be like, "Hey, you actually maybe know what you're talking about over there." I'm like, "Really? Wow,
I
that's
just
a
made
first."
that up.
Yeah, that is a first. Because let me tell you, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to football.
So since I'm with Vicky, I love it when a guy who asks me, and I have 30 years in dog training, how to train something, and then tells me, no, it's not like that, and then it mansplains it at its finest.
Oh, well, the mansplaining is a beating. And I've been guilty of it myself. And boy, oh boy, just like, you know, I'm channeling my inner Steve and just be quiet. I mean, just be quiet. You don't have to tell anybody anything.
There's a saying in Spanish is calladito te ves más bonito.
Oh, yeah. What is it? I don't know.
It means when you're quiet, you look prettier.
Oh.
But it rhymes.
Oh. Well, say that again for me.
Calladito te ves más bonito.
Oh, Vicky says I'm purdy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you won't look dumb if you don't say anything.
You know, that silence is golden. All of the great statements that have been made and the truisms or whatever about just shutting up, speak softly, carry a big stick. You know, you'll never get in trouble for what you don't say.
Right.
It is amazing. And yet, you know, it's taken me 60 years, and I think I know it once in a while. Like there might be a couple of moments in the day where I do shut up, and I'm actually trying to shut up.
How about auto stuff? Like I feel like that's something where like, you know, sometimes you'll be around some people and they're talking about, I just look at them and they're like, you know what I mean? I'm like, no, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I think that
I don't even want to act like I know.
If it were 30 years ago, Steve, maybe even 20 years ago, I think you'd be right. But I think now because of computers, I'm not too sure anybody knows auto stuff like they used to.
It's a little bit different now.
Yeah.
But you're still going to probably open your hood and look under it to pretend you think you might know.
I'm not even sure how to open my hood nowadays.
Fair enough.
You know,
Okay.
it's been a while.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Don't laugh. I had to get my manual because I had to give that guy a jump and I could not open my hood. I had to get the manual out. I've had this car for almost 20 years. So I know
you didn't.
I couldn't see.
I don't mean to make you feel bad.
Sorry, but
the button was not.
BJ didn't know.
The button is hidden so that you can't see it unless you know exactly.
You got to curl
where it
your
is.
finger, and that's how you get the button.
but yeah, exactly. I had to go to this. I was in the manual,
right,
and it said go to section G, and that was the spot where my button was, and so yeah. Yeah, dude, it was embarrassing because the guy was like, I would love to jump your car, but I don't not open my hood.
Did you ask him? Maybe, hey, can you help me find the button?
And then finally I said, look, I'm going to open the manual. I'm sorry. And then I go, I hope this manual does have a section that how to. And as it turns out, it's not labeled. I knew it was under my dash somewhere, but I couldn't. And there's no label that says, like, you know, you got the gas label, you got the trunk label, all the things that show you little icons. There was no icon showing the hood. So I literally had to go find this little button that was underneath where you can't see it. So I felt a little better about it. But that's not now. Autos are not on there. The number 3 one is obvious. We've talked about movies, music movies, number TV. 1 and 2, sports, number 4. It's so funny that TV's not in here, even though movies are. That's interesting. Maybe movies and TV are together in their brains. I don't know. Because you would think with like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, shows where you feel stupid if you don't watch those shows.
Right.
But number 3 is very, very relevant today. And
donuts.
yesterday especially.
Oh, damn it.
Politics.
There we go. Vicky's a winner.
Bing, bing, bing.
And I'll tell you this, only because I've been reading Brene Brown, who's like perhaps my new favorite author. It's tribal. We just don't want to get kicked out of the tribe. So if you are in a group of people where they go, hey, let's talk about this, and you're in that group, there is a thing where I don't want to be kicked out of the group, so I better know as much as they do. And I don't want to look like I don't know because they might kick me out of this this sports tribe or this music tribe or this movies tribe.
Yeah, but if there's a politics tribe and they want to kick me out of it, I'm like, that's fine. I was already leaving. I was already done with your guys' conversation anyhow.
I don't know if there's any tribe in politics I want to belong to right now. I mean, it seems like every tribe I've come across, it's just like, wow, you're not being nice to people. Where's the being nice to people politics tribe? I'd like to be part of that tribe.
No, even like my wife and I will have conversations about some stuff in the political world, and then something will come up, and I'm like, I can't. I have no idea. Like, what? Because when am I going to act like I know? Like everyone on Facebook, I don't know. And some people are like they'll lose their mind over stuff, and then it's like, what are you basing this on? Oh, a meme that you guys found from like your nephew that posted it on his Facebook page,
and that's Vicky's fault. We wouldn't have memes if not for Vicky.
So but I could see how some people are afraid to act like they don't know what's going on in the world.
Well, you'll get shamed.
You don't want to be shamed.
There's a guy in radio who I'll never forget. He said this. As he got older, he was like, and I don't know if he wrote a book or he was like, he said, if you don't know anything about politics, you're a failure. At some point, you got to figure that out. And I'm just like, really? And it's so ridiculous because that is not true, in my opinion.
And I bought Politics for Dummies, and it really didn't help me out.
And that book was written for you. I really feel like if there was a book that was written for you.
I know. I'm still waiting for Dummies for Dummies. I haven't gotten that book yet, but maybe I should write it.
And it's a state of politics right now. I want to go back to that guy and go, wow, are you really sure that's what we all should be doing? Because it doesn't seem like the people involved in this are all getting along. It seems like people are pissed at each other no matter what side they're on, no matter where they are. Maybe there's something better. Maybe, I don't know, like learning how to be cool to people would be a better thing to spend my time on. So there you go. There's your top stuff that people pretend to know more about. Cooking's on the list. Books are on the list. Wine.
Cooking? I feel like you're guaranteed to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
At some point, someone's going to be like, hey, make me that mac and cheese. And then you find out it's really not that good, Joe. I'm kidding.
Wow. Joe is triggered.
Wow.
He looked like he just saw a ghost. He's like, you son of a bitch.
His mac and cheese is just fantastic. And we're going to have it for Thanksgiving. And it's going to be, I know. As a matter of fact, this could be a different Thanksgiving for us how well the food we have.
I think wise words from this text. Actually, a few people have brought this up. So many people have wise parents. My dad always said it's better to sit there quietly and let people think you're an idiot than open your mouth and prove it.
Oh, I remember that. That was the one I was trying to think of. Thank you, Texter. That's the one that was said to me a lot.
The person, better to look stupid than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yeah. That was said to me so much in my life. And
you can keep your mouth shut and be thought of the fool, or you can open your mouth and prove it.
Yeah,
man,
many.
These are all those fortune cookie.
Yes, they
sayings.
are. Yeah, I never really understood those, unfortunately.
Yeah, you didn't really pay attention.
And I've proven a lot of people right, haven't I?
How?
I surely have. We got a couple of football players who were each hit with a $5,000 fine, all because of how they wore their socks. I'll tell you what happened at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's hard for me to feel sorry for these people because they're members of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster and running back James Conner were each fined $5,000 for wearing their socks too low or their pants too high. I don't know however you want to interpret that.
I hate when I wear my pants too high.
Juju shared a photo of the notice that he received from the NFL, which said, quote, "Your stockings failed to cover your lower leg." And he added, quote, "Don't worry, y'all. James got fined too." And this is not the first time that a player's been fined for their socks, although infractions like these really aren't typically made public. Frank Gore back in 2013 was fined for wearing his socks wrong, but he had to shell out $10,000 for it. They're only paying $5,000.
I mean, and I know like I think they're still under their rookie contract. So, I mean, that's, they got bills to pay, man. I'm sure that they're not going to have a problem paying this, but how stupid. Like, I understand that they have certain like stipulations on how things should be, but
it's in the rule book. It says right here, Steve, stockings must cover the entire
I
area.
think they call them stockings.
Because they're stockings, Steve. That's what we do in the NFL. Stockings. And they must cover the entire area from the shoe to the bottom of the pants.
It seems like
It must meet the pants below the knee, Steve. It's not stupid. It's the NFL. Have respect.
My bad. I'm sorry I didn't take it serious enough.
I agree with you. I don't understand what could happen. What could happen if these are worn this way?
I mean, hurt their knees because they're exposed.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, thank goodness that they're worried about the NFL players' bodies. You're right. I forgot about that. They're so concerned with the health of all their players.
Yes.
This is very dumb. So $5,000 fine for both Juju and James. Yeah, but like you said, even though they have their rookie contracts, I think $5,000 is probably going to be okay. What's that? Just a couple of drinks at the bar that they're going to have to forego?
That might be like the rookie dinner that they have to pay. That's probably like half of the meal.
Yeah, that's what they. Oh man.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Well, the NFL fined 2 people for wearing their socks wrong. Based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. Yeah, I still can't believe I got in trouble for blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Finish this sentence. I still can't believe I got in trouble for blank. We'll take your calls and texts after Lincoln Park on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So the NFL fined 2 players for wearing their socks wrong, though I believe they were fined because they were part of the Pittsburgh Steelers, so that's, should be fine for that.
Still got nothing but love for the Steelers.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, brother, if it happens that we are lucky enough and things go right, that we go to the Super Bowl and it's against those guys who are having a great season.
Yes, they are.
Revenge, Steve!
I hope.
It's a dish best served cold. Thank you.
Especially when Russ is cooking it.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, right?
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. So these Steelers get fined for wearing their socks wrong. Really, what a dumb thing to get fined for and get in trouble. So we wanted you to finish this sentence. I still can't believe I got in trouble for blank. 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. Darren in Port Orchard, you are on The Rock.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So,
hey, Darren.
You still there?
Hello? Hello? Yes,
Hello.
Darren. I'm still here, and I believe you're still there.
So this happened when I was still in the military, in the Navy, back in the day, about 30 years ago. I was home on leave, was taking some movies back to Blockbuster, go Blockbuster, and I was pushing my bike across the street against a red light, and the cop swung around and he lit me up and he pulled me over and he says, son, do you know why I pulled you over? And I stopped him and I said, let's get one thing straight. I am not your son and you are not my father.
Oh, boy.
Do not disrespect me. And it kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah, it sure did. Boy, you were that guy, weren't you?
I love it.
I was that guy. We had a discussion for a little while, and then he wrote me a ticket for $40. My buddy's mom actually was the one that processed the ticket that day, and she called me that night and asked me what had happened. So I told her, and she just giggled. She laughed. And all the ladies that processed the tickets in Cuny County, Idaho that night, or the following day, just harassed this guy endlessly for, finding such violent criminals pushing their bicycles across the road. So I at least have a story, and I still have the ticket to.
Oh, you still have the ticket. So, and did you? Now, let me ask you this: do you still have an attitude in your life, or did you learn like, man, I probably wouldn't have got that ticket if I just was like a little cooler?
No, hey, everything's a fight, right? So.
Oh well, I think that says everything. There we go. I think that says it all, there, Darren. You look, being originally from Boston, I know that attitude. Everything's a fight because, well, we're descended from revolutionaries. And I tell everybody that. I go, you have to understand that about Boston culture. It's the people that threw the tea in the water and started fighting against another country. That does, in a couple of 100 years, you don't really lose that. And I think there's a reason why some people flee from the East Coast to the West Coast, because some people are not like, they go, you know what, I don't want to fight anymore. Let me get the hell out of Dodge.
I like this text that says, I still can't believe I got in trouble for wiping my dad's floppy disk. There was once a time where we had these things that stored memory on computers.
Oh, that wasn't a euphemism? Because I thought that you don't touch your dad's floppy disk ever.
Is that the same as the little save icon on Word?
No, completely different. But at least they both save things. So
Okay.
Have you guys ever seen a floppy disk?
Yeah, we use floppy disks all the time in elementary, middle school.
Oh, so you guys are still old enough to know. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, this guy got in trouble for wiping his dad's floppy disk that he used for work to store my porn stash. I thought it was a lot better than having a hidden folder. LOL.
Oh, that would have pissed me off.
Would it? I mean, but then there's also part of me that's like, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
All right, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, that would have been...
Because I got in trouble for doing it. Mine was a little bit more old school with VHS tapes. Where I was
yeah.
No, I had my own, but then I started taping over some of my dad's stuff. Because I was like, he's already seen... Apocalypse Now. How many times?
Oh, my God. Your father and I are on the same level. He must have been livid.
He was.
Yeah.
Yes. That stopped rather quickly.
At least Joey did that accidentally, but you did it intentionally.
Well, he's like, I broke the tab, because back then, like,
you break the tab.
If you had a VHS tape, if you didn't want to record anything over it, you'd break this little tab on it, so then the machine wouldn't record.
You Scotch tape jerk, you.
Oh, I was even worse. I would just take the tape that we used to label the label of the VHS, pull it off, because sometimes you could peel it off, rip it, and then use that.
You didn't even go get Scotch tape.
I was too lazy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he was
I want to talk to your father, because he and I really...
He's available. Just call him up anytime. He's home.
I would love to, because I think we're similar people. We never really got to talk a whole lot during your wedding. Frankly, your dad was too busy telling me, and you're not going to like this, but he was too busy telling me how much you like me.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he kept saying at the wedding.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. It was like Steve doesn't say he hates me, but, Steve doesn't say anything. I mean, really, it's just Steve is a pretty quiet guy. His dad took the whole time during the wedding, the line out of your dad's mouth is, he thinks the world of you. He thinks the world of you. And first of all, for a guy's father to say that, I think that's really, I took that as an honor, because, if a guy's kid, and the dad goes, look, my son thinks the world of you, that translates into, you must be a good guy.
Yeah. It was awkward, though, after I saw him doing that with you, and I was like, Dad, that's not Sergeant Hair Club. He's like, who was that? I'm like, BJ. He's like,
I'll take that. I'll take whatever. And your mom cupcaked me. I mean, all she did was feed me.
Well, that was to make up for the error.
Oh, yeah. Well, seriously, I think your parents and I would get along really great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. They like to party nowadays, too. From whenever I call them, my mom's like 3 whiskeys or rum chadas deep.
Oh, she lives in Jersey now, too.
Yeah. Oh, I want to bring my new card game. We all can play while they're half drunk. That'd be so fantastic.
I don't know if your kind of card games are the kind of card games they're playing.
Listen, I know this is way off the tangent, but it's the kids now are playing a new kind of bridge.
Oh.
Yeah, new kind of like those trick-taking games. It's called The Crew. It's sweeping the colleges. And so old people like to think that they're cool. And so I let people play this game because it's sweeping the nation, and it's a game they can get because it's very bridge-like, taking tricks and stuff.
I thought just chlamydia was sweeping the colleges, so that's actually a lot better.
Yikes. Well, that's one of the suits.
Oh, okay.
I trump your chlamydia. Oh, no, you don't. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We want you to finish this sentence. I still can't believe that I got in trouble for blank. Let's go to Paul in Bremerton. Paul, you are on the Rock.
Greetings, fellow H-Hole.
Hey, Paul, welcome back to the show. What you got, buddy?
Hey, thank you very much. Well, anyway, I work for an auto dealership. I'm not going to mention which one it was, but the boss and I would go out on lunch and have a couple drinks.
All right.
One day we got back from lunch, and he fired me because he said I was drunk on the job, but he was drinking too.
Wow, what a setup. I mean, that was a setup.
Talk about being bent over without lube.
Well,
yeah, I mean, that's the best way to sum it up. I can't believe that he did that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, sorry, Tatum. Didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, he didn't say over.
They're out of the car now, so lube it up all you want.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, well, there we go.
Thanks, guys. Have a great
You
Take
too,
care, Paul.
Appreciate it, man. Boy, is that devious.
I would never think that. Like, if my boss was saying, hey, let's go grab a drink during my shift, I'd be like, all right, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I would never think they're trying to set you up.
You can't get away with that anymore. That had to be a while ago because the HR department has basically taken all that away.
All the fun.
Yeah, you can't be a fun boss anymore and abuse your employees. Whatever happened to the good old days?
Stupid HR.
Stupid HR people. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Finish the sentence. I still can't believe I got into trouble for blank.
So I once got in trouble, yesterday at a department store for refusing to show a receipt for my own motorcycle jacket that I had taken off in the store and set in the cart. I got stopped on the way out, and they told me to follow them to the office if I didn't produce one. I laughed at them and left.
Yeah, that's a little strange. Loss prevention's got to be better than that. I mean, I don't even know if he bought that jacket at the place, but you got to be better than that. That's a sour taste in the customer's mouth when you are wrong about that.
See, I'm always fearful of that. Like when I go to like a Home Depot or Lowe's and I have like a certain type of screw or something that I need to match. Yeah, I'm not like smart enough to be able to just like keep it in my head or write down the actual measurements. I'm just like, I'll just bring the thing that I need and match it, and I'll hold it up next to each other. I'm like, looks like that one. But then I'm always worried that when they see me put the one that I brought back in my pocket, I'm like, how do I prove it? So I'm like walking and holding it in my hand like I'm proving that I'm coming in with this screw.
Check the tapes. Yeah, check the tapes. This is mine. Look, I'm like the Statue of Liberty with my screw in my hand.
Videotaping myself. I've time-stamped it.
Yeah. But Steve, I work in the retail industry. I remember the big fights I get into with my boss, and this was like almost 40 years ago, because, a customer would come up after they spent, and this is, 70s, spending hundreds of dollars on the order. Usually it's a woman because that's who was doing the shopping in those days. And, she'd be like, hey, I don't think I got credited for my second. I don't think I got my second box of Kleenex in here. I think I was charged double. And I'd be like, hey, just go get another box of Kleenex off the shelf. That's fine. Because I saw the big order she had, and she came in every week, and I'm like, you just go get another one. That's fine. The boss came running out of the booth, and he started screaming at me. And he said, I'm going to go through her whole cart. I know she's got it in there. And that was the week she bought all of the, the women's products that, back then you didn't want everybody seeing what you bought. And it was the most embarrassing, mortifying moment. And I was just like, you are an idiot. How are you a manager of any store?
Right.
You've just ruined the entire transaction. You can't make customers feel bad, especially when you're wrong. That is the worst thing you can do because there's so much competition out there.
So since I work at Home Depot, don't ever worry about bringing an example of what you need. Yeah, I've never had an issue with them ever calling me out for it. It's just my own stupid...
It's just the mental thing,
guilt.
Yeah.
Well, it's because of the bad experiences we've had.
Yeah.
You've made to feel bad because there's, a small number of people do bad stuff in the world, and so the rest of us have to pay for that in our brains. Thank you, Home Depot. That's why I love Nordstrom. Nordstrom is just like, you can go in and do anything besides murder somebody at Nordstrom, and they'll be fine.
Whoa.
Seriously, and I even know, I haven't tested out the murder thing.
If you did murder someone, you got the blood on your Nordstrom shoes, they'll take them back and give you new ones.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nice. It's very nice.
I mean, Nordy's is amazing. I haven't tested it, Steve. I want to try and see. I'll try murdering somebody in the middle of Nordstrom and still see if I get great customer service. It's like, sir, would you like help with the body?
All right, Gary Ridgway.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Nordstrom's is the
We're
best.
on to you, BJ.
If you want to, where's the Green River Nordstrom? I want to go there.
Oh, dear.
Okay, we got a 72-year-old woman. She is being scammed. This 72-year-old woman, this poor woman is being scammed by Jason Momoa Aquaman. Oh, yeah, you're going to hear from her at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
New on Curiosity Stream. The way we fight wars is changing. Every technological leap redraws the battle lines. How will war be waged in the decades to come? See what lies ahead in the limited series, Future Warfare. And uncover the influence of European cities on the greatest musical compositions ever written in the captivating series, Classical Destinations. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.